Hello there, and welcome to Table Tales, I said, suddenly
Hello.
noticing a lack of myself there. What happened? I'm so pretty. How did I not arrive? I blame the universe and all of its peoples.
Also lacking a god, no?
Notice that. Something's gone a bit
Interesting.
skew-if.
Huh.
Something worked.
I can only blame, I don't know, someone. We'll figure it out in a moment. But yes, I'll get that sorted in a second. But welcome to Table Tales, our fortnightly D&D adventure, where our bold adventurers seek to overcome, defeat, or avoid the plot.
Where nothing ever goes wrong on stream.
I blame Wiz. I'll blame Wiz this time.
Wow.
He brought it up.
Can we fix it?
I'll see if I can get it fixed. But yeah, why
it
don't you
the
guys,
same thing
you guys chat and introduce yourselves while I'm trying to fix this.
Yeah, sure. Left to right. Rita.
Hey, I am Onyx. Welcome to the stream.
And what do you do, Onyx? Who are you?
Hello,
What drives you?
hi, Onyx.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Oh no, not to that. Not as an answer to the question. I mean, I don't know what to say.
He's only had
It's
2
a
weeks
really
to think
weird
about this.
intro. No, that's normally a question.
No, there isn't. I normally say this is Onyx.
Very
Ah,
good.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and then I say
Blah 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 blah.
I'm ready to get out of the city again.
Talon. Our.
I am the fleet-footed
Scarf
healer.
healer.
I'm also ready to get out of this city.
Alright then. The invisible gardener.
Hello. I see you, but you do not see me. As it
It's
should be.
concerning. Oh.
In Soviet Ternopil, forest watch you.
I know what I'm not going. Wesley.
Is this Alcoholics Anonymous? Because I don't want to be here.
Okay. And who's missing? Why is there like a... Oh, that's where the chat is. The chat is also missing. How's-
Yeah, this is the problem I had with trying to do too many things at once on startup. I didn't actually look at the damn thing.
Oh no,
Uh,
should have prompted you.
hmm.
How's everyone's week going?
It's been pretty boring actually. Living in a hellscape dystopia. It's nice to be able to get away to Narendria, which is well, it's not a hellscape dystopia.
It's a
I mean,
hex.
But
not
it's a
yet.
dystopia.
Oh, you haven't been to Gazette yet?
That's true. That's where the hellscape concentrates.
Yeah, it's a little bit more organized out here, I must admit.
Maybe if we take our hellscape and just sort of concentrate it in one spot and offload it somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean, maybe we could have a better time.
Maybe.
I feel like that is. It needs to be experienced, doesn't it? Like in order for that to work.
I
Kinda
mean,
awful.
if you want to turn the Pacific Ocean into a hellscape, just give BP a call.
Who's BP?
Hmm. Oil company.
We're sorry.
Right. The nipple tracing guys? Yeah.
You've watched too much South Park.
I think the nipple
Sorry.
guys were the cable
It's
company.
been a while,
weren't they?
actually.
That was the cable company, yeah. They
No,
did the
no,
nipples,
the
but-
original was BP. The cable company was like a return of the meme.
Ah.
How's it going, Naz?
Well, I've tried resetting everything back to how it was, and it still ain't working, which is a bit disconcerting.
Did you try doing that thing where you copy paste the text and change the tag?
Yep,
The code?
yep.
And it's not working.
Still not
Have you
working.
tried
no.
recreating the sources from scratch?
Yeah, done that too.
Hmm.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
That would involve turning off and on the stream. Is that something that you want me to do?
We need to solve this somehow.
If there is no other option, we
Yeah,
probably should.
Well, I don't know if that will work though. As a fact, I want to try and exhaust these things first.
Did you try copy paste code from the avatar that was working?
I did.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, the chat is back.
Yeah, chat I
Hey.
can do. No, I can sort out fairly easy.
Mm.
Hi, Zoe.
Is Gardner
Hey.
not in something that Gardner should
Welcome.
be in?
Welcome to Tech Support stream.
Yes.
Love me some tech support.
Are we on invisible? Are we in the wrong scene?
Okay, that worked.
Oh.
That's the wrong character.
No.
I know that's the wrong character, mate. What I needed to do was find something that worked.
And now we can just change the image.
Oh, if they
Yeah, no,
archived a
just
bunch of
image.
our images, you might need to click through and get a new link.
They do that?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to put them somewhere where this doesn't happen. Well, that's something to do. Can somebody put
Hooray!
it into
We have
the,
Gardner!
Not
chat?
quite.
Hey.
Not quite.
Oh. Oh.
I was most of the way there, guys. It takes me a little bit of time.
I know.
We can be excited.
No, you can't. I deny you.
Don't tell us how to feel.
Hmm.
Starts dancing.
Hey, there we go.
You know, you make me feel like dancing. I do want to dance the night away.
That's working. I can see Gardner
As long as
lighting up.
it's no flash dance.
Flash. Ah.
No, the one where you pull the string and suddenly water comes out and like splashes over you.
I do look
Remember?
so pretty when that happens.
Okay.
You have interesting dances.
I love your
am-
confidence.
Oh, look, our GM is devilishly handsome all of a sudden.
Uh-huh. GM's working on this as hard as he can.
Mhm.
Right.
So you find yourself in the marketplace.
Uh,
What do you wish to do? Suddenly, a heap of gold falls down on you.
Oh.
yeah, there's a reason why I
Pocket the
very
gold,
quickly
pocket the gold.
disabled Sal from being able to pretend to be me immediately.
Something rolls past you.
It's your sanity.
Yeah, that escaped a long time ago.
It's a giant ruby.
Oh.
As you go to pick it up, the ground shakes.
Hey, don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say I want to pick it up.
You didn't say anything, that's why I had to do it.
They're gonna be that kind of DM, are we? What the hell?
I mean, maybe if you do the round token avatar for now, it's gonna be easier.
Something's happened with our Discord images, unfortunately. Weird thing is I can still see them and I can still click on them. It's just...
Do a happy dance until the ground stops shaking, perhaps.
Hmm. Breakfast is good.
Nope. Okay, there we go. Got that working now.
Nice. Well, while you figure that out, I'm gonna get breakfast. Ooh, have a nice meal.
Okay. There we go. Got
Enjoy
myself
your
sorted.
breakfast.
Alright, took me a little bit of time there,
Hooray.
but I managed to get it all sorted. Just in time for Zori to leave. Oh, the tragedy. Well, I can give a recap, because Zori doesn't need a recap. Zori knows exactly what happened last episode, because she was paying attention, unlike this bunch of idiots in front of me.
I thought we won.
You won nothing. The important things. Hey, Exalty, thank you for the follow. Very kind, very kind.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh dear, they've made it so I can hear things again. That's terrifying. How did that happen? And how? And what? Either way, when we last had our little tete-a-tete with the party, they found themselves approaching Braxtonbrooker, and there they were able to meet up with their syndicate fellows. Both Mandrab and the local syndicate people, and to Violet's delight, the lovely Celia. A combination of some things happened there, some experimentation upon Violet's abilities, and let's just say Violet had a very happy ending, which parlayed into the morning. And the rest of the party had some discussions about things that had recently occurred, and decisions were made to continue onwards, heading towards Hashlia via the Tamarian Steppes and this location to which Wesley wished to attend to, somewhere in the forest. With that in mind, our party bade farewell to Celia, Mandrab, and the other members of the syndicate, and headed out to...
And a stalker.
Well, that was a member of the syndicate as well. And they headed out to try and purchase some horses in order to aid them in their quest to get there faster. You've left Braxtonbrooker at this point, and you were heading to.
No, we didn't.
Well, no, like the town proper. You were heading towards where the horse sellers were. Just
that's
outside
outside
The
town?
stables
Yeah.
are outside town?
Stables are outside
Okay.
the town. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, the town isn't very large. There isn't room for internal sort of stables, so it's sort of more like a small farm, more known for a paddock nearby.
Okay.
I think is how I would phrase it.
Mhm.
So yes,
We also- We also need to get some sort of writ across the bridge, I believe.
yes, you need to get a bridge pass, which you can do from the town gates and the like. You hadn't actually nabbed one of those, but yes, you can certainly try and grab one. So, I guess you guys head over to the stables, I assume.
Yep.
Hmm.
Cool beans. Okay, so the stables in itself, pretty standard as far as stables go. There is a heavy, pungent smell of, well, stable going on, and there is and you can see a few horses dotted about the place. These horses seem quite well travelled and the like, and there's actually a fairly large number of them, which is a bit surprising given the size of the town.
Wait,
You
that's-
wouldn't.
Not a good thing.
Hmm?
That they're well traveled.
Well, these
They're
aren't like
older, is what you mean?
they're not the youngest horses in the world, but I mean, I'm sure they still feel like good horses. Like they're not they're workmen. They're working horses, as it were. They're not
Oh.
Not racing horses.
not racing horses.
Are
like,
there
not stallions? Well, not like racing stallions, like or war horses. These are just your average riding horse.
riding okay, because working horses is a bit different.
No. But yeah.
Actually, as we are approaching the stables, before we get into sight of, the hostler, I would like to sort of pause and focus spores around my throat, mouth, and ears, and cast Speak with Animals.
Cool.
Okay. Is that how long's the casting time on
It's one action.
that? Okay.
How long does it last for?
Duration is 1 hour.
Cool.
No, wait, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So
Okay.
I'll do this sort of just before.
Okay, so you're heading up towards the stables and you cast a spell. As you sort of do that, you do see the one of the stable hands look up and sort of stare in a direction. Oi, what are you up to?
Wait, how
who's
close
that?
are we?
Well, okay, it's not like a million miles away from doing it. Like you said, you did it right before you got to the stables. I'm assuming that you were like within 30 to 40 feet.
I think I'm looking to do this just before we are in sight of people who will see me doing magic without a gauntlet.
Okay, that's the sort of way you want to phrase that, not just before we get to the stables. You know, if you're trying to do it secretly, you got to tell me you do it secretly. Otherwise, I'll assume you're doing it openly. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. So you sort of, I guess you'll find somewhere to mope around a bit, and you just try and do it secretly. With your passive perception, you're able to basically find a fairly safe place in order to do it without too much difficulty.
Okay. I will be able to speak with the horses now. Find a good match for each of us.
Ah, okay.
What does that mean?
Are we going to run the path then? No more forest?
Well,
Would be
horses can handle forest as long as it is not too dense.
Plus, it will speed up our journey.
That
I mean,
will-
we're in a hurry, not there to take a tour around the forest.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we do have a bit of time to make up.
Yeah. Gardener,
Yes.
when you speak to animals, is it kind of one-way street or do they answer?
They can answer. It does not make them more intelligent, but the clear communication does wonders for bridging that gap, regardless.
Maybe we could bump down the price if if you can make horses pretend that they're sick.
No, that is a better idea than starting a horse dating service.
Okay, so your cue will be when I will say that ask them if their horses are infected by the plague that's out and about. Is that okay?
Yeah, I can do this.
All right then. Follow.
But be careful. We don't want our actions to cause the horses be put down.
What? No, we'll offer to, take them away and dispose of them. It's gonna be fine. Let's go.
Okay.
Why does that statement fill me with dread? Let's go.
Okay. So you'll make your way over towards the stables proper. Once again, you do notice that there are several soldiers dotted about the place. Again, not like actively patrolling or anything, but you are quite near to the fort, so it's a higher proportion of soldiers than you would normally expect in a town or a stable like this. The figure who appears to be doing most of the talking, sort of moving creatures around, is a very large furbolg woman who is sort of standing there, hands on hips, kind of just surveying the whole thing and gesturing for horses to move from place to place with a few bellows of, "Yeah, faster this way. They're good."
What do you mean? He just tells horses what to do and they do it?
She's indicating to other stable hands to move the horses. And
Oh, I
locations.
see. Okay. So, gonna approach the most in charge looking person.
That would be them. Yep.
Well, hello, good sir.
Again, furbolg woman.
Well, hello, good ma'am.
Good man? Or was it good ma'am?
Ma'am.
Ma'am. Okay, cool. they look. They turn around and look there's the classical moment where they scan the horizon and look down. Ooh. Hello. How
Do you
might I
normally
help you?
Do you normally talk to giants?
Do you? Yes. My husband.
Okay, fair enough. Do I sound like your husband? That's interesting.
Are you trying to date
So-
me?
Absolutely not. But I do have a proposition for you of a more, well, of a different, more of a business variety.
I don't pay.
But I do.
Oh, you wish to buy horses?
I wish to buy horses, but we have been to 2 different stables, and they had the newly traveled, spreading horse plague, and we unfortunately had to move on. So
Which stables?
there was one in Futura, and there was one.
You have come all the way from Futura to buy horses?
No, we haven't, but we require horses.
What is this horse plague you speak of?
It's a plague that affects horses. And
I've
we
never
wish
heard
to
such
buy.
a thing. It does not come here.
You can't be sure.
I've seen my horses.
And I have seen horses affected by the plague. It goes like this. It's rapid. So, before we buy your horses, we would love to examine them.
The Furbolg looks you up and down with a kind of measuring gaze and then goes, "You know horses?"
No, but my friend here does. And she will gesture to Gardner.
I'll step forward. Hello.
That one looks like they're infected with a plague. What is that green shit?
An alchemical mishap from some years past.
Oh no, I can't let an alchemist near my horses. The last one might have acid or other such things.
I will take my satchel off and set. I'll set it down behind me. No vials, no acid, nothing.
The Furbolg stares you up and down. You're more than welcome to inspect the merchandise. Are you wanting a horse for each of your fellows?
That would be optimal, yes.
This will be costly.
Actually,
Yeah.
if Wesley will turn to Violet. If you're willing to take a few seconds every hour, I can arrange my own horse.
Fair enough. Then we would love 4 horses. 3,
4 horses.
4,
3.
5, 4.
Would you like some time to count?
No, I have decided it's 4 horses.
Yeah,
4 horses.
4 plague-free horses, please.
The Furbolg sort of again stares you up and down quizzically, and sort of a bit of a rangy smile comes off their face, fairly sort of craggy expression. And make me an insight roll here, Violet.
Okay. Sorry, first time opening the sheet, it's loading. Insight. That would be 13.
13. Yeah, you sort of take a look at this person, and you get the feeling that they are thinking you're fishing for a good deal. They're sort of they're not really they're mentioning you're mentioning the plague. It's making you think that they're sort of a bit suspicious of you at this stage.
I didn't even roll deception.
I mean, in the sense, well, basically, they're sort of again, they don't know if you're telling. This isn't about you telling the truth or not. It's just the fact that you keep mentioning the plague. Like they don't know whether the plague is real or not. That's not the bit that we're about. The fact you've mentioned it several times is making them feel suspicious.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
They don't think I'm just concerned about it?
Bit of an logically speaking, a bit of an odd coincidence to sort of have somebody come up and say, "Yeah, lots of plague about. By the way, we want to buy these horses."
I was kind of banking on the fact that they would overhear about the plague and think this is the plague. But okay,
That's fine.
they just distrust me.
Well, you know, they're salespeople. They tend to, they tend to be distrusting of anyone when
Oh,
they
they're
turn up.
I thought they were like a stable.
Oh no, this is a stable master. They're the ones that sell the horses. Sorry, I thought you knew. My bad. Sorry, I thought you knew that.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Right. So the Furbolg takes her over to one of the paddocks and goes, "These are the horses for sale." And there's a few dotted about. There's some horses in a slightly smaller, more separate section. There's a few ponies as well. Obviously, because the smaller races like the halflings and gnomes and etc., they can't ride full-size horses, so they'd have to take a pony instead.
Also, rather than just leave Gardner's bag just lying on the ground, Talon will pick that up and look after it.
Okay. So are you all going with Violet and Gardner here, or are the rest of you? Okay.
We'll go, but we'll let Gardner approach the horses alone.
Okay.
Wesley's gonna try to talk to Violet without anyone overhearing.
So
That's
sort of
possible.
pulling her back a bit to have a whispered conversation.
Onyx will stay near the road and keep an eye out for on our rear.
Okay.
Taking a
Uh,
lookout position.
As Wesley will pull me away. Can I send message to Talon?
Are you doing it with a subtle spell?
You know what? I'll just whisper it.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
just
right here,
whisper,
yeah.
distract the master.
Okay. So,
Wesley's gonna then say, "I don't think this is a good idea."
Yeah, I heard you. And?
No, but still, you suddenly mention a plague that she never heard about when we come in, and then suddenly the
I
words are
assure you, with all
experiencing
cities
plague
being
symptoms.
closed off, people heard about the plague. They don't know what the plague is, but they definitely heard about it.
We don't even know the plague spreads to animals.
Nobody knows anything. That's to our benefit.
I feel they're gonna be suspicious.
They have no reason to.
They clearly do.
You don't know. You didn't roll insight.
that's fair. You didn't roll on the inside.
Can I roll an insight retroactively?
Okay. I've
No,
so,
it's a bit-
yeah, it's a bit weird, but like perhaps you could roll an intelligence to sort of with your knowledge of these things in the past.
Yeah, that's kind of meta. You heard what Us told me, and now you're kind of.
Yeah, that's
Well, you were
Tell
also
me.
mentioning the plague several times. It's like the
Yeah, okay.
in general, your experience with salespeople is that they're expecting everyone to screw them, and vice versa. So, yeah, they're there is some danger in this approach, but it's also something that they're kind of anticipating happening. It's part of the dance, shall we say?
just be careful. We are not gonna end up paying more than we should.
Why would we end up paying more?
Because we're screwing them over.
We're not screwing them over. We're saving them from the horse plague.
So
The one that
at this point, I'd say that you've probably gotten to the paddock, so you're sort of running out of time to actually continue
sure.
the conversation. So the Furbolg looks down and goes, "What is your name?" Looking at Gardner.
Gardner.
Gardner. Well, these are the horses. Which one do you wish to inspect?
I think I am going to kind of pitch my voice to carry, but not like too loud, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna switch to primordial and say, those of you who wish to see new sights, new horizons, come, I will introduce myself.
Okay, so again, because you're trying to pitch up a carry, like you are definitely going to be overheard by people because.
Oh yeah, like I'm not trying to be secret. I'm trying not to spook the horses.
Okay, and yeah, all of you hear from Gardner's mouth the sort of bizarre-ish, like this. It doesn't even really sound like a language, really. At this point, it's more of a series of like almost primitive kind of noises coming out of their mouth. Lots of throat sound.
Okay, while that's
Does
going on... Oh, sorry.
Does the verbal lady look like she understood any of that?
Make me an insight. Yeah, sorry, Lottie?
I was just going to say, I was going to ask the stable master. Oh dear.
Yeah, I did tell Talon to distract her, so...
Well, he was kind of had that dropped on him, so he's just going with what seems like an obvious question to him because nobody's actually asked. What is the going rate for these horses?
Wesley, with that 9, you're not sure. This Furbolg is very good at keeping their face, placid. As you ask the question, Talon, the sable mistress turns and goes, "Oh well, they are pretty, very strong beasts themselves. I would say 100 gold per horse. You are looking to buy, yes?"
Potentially, although that's very, very steep. They're not particularly young horses. 50 gold?
But first we would have to inspect the horses. You need to identify which one to go. Some of these horses are over 120 gold.
What if we're looking to rent?
Then it would be less, and we would also need to... The renting process is you would pay us the cost of the horses, and we would give you a chit, and then if you go to a stables which is linked to ours, they would pay you the amount on the chit. So
well, we need to find out if there are any stables where we're going.
There you're going.
What's the steps?
The steps? Through Nerantis or Larendros?
Larendros.
Larendros. Well, there's definitely several stables near to the edge of the steps, which you can do there, but if you are going to go into the steps, I would recommend buying the horses. You'd need to buy some there anyway. While that's all been going on, Gardner, can you roll me, I guess, persuasion check? It's either raw charisma or persuasion, I think, on this one. Or potentially... No, yeah, raw charisma or persuasion, because talking to them.
Not animal handling?
That would be for handling the animal, so for now you're just trying to convince them to come next to you by speaking to them. If you're trying to, use any other method of, holding up hay or something along those lines, then yeah, animal handling. But for now you're just trying to convince them. Hey, Saha, how you doing?
Hey, Saha.
Good to see
Long
you.
time. Good current time of the day.
Nice.
You got a roll for me there, Sal?
Yeah. Tell you what, I would like, if I can, to Actually, is anyone like relatively nearby?
Define anyone.
Violet's probably the closest one to you.
Violet, could you dig through the packs, find maybe an apple, something like that, berries?
Oh, sure. I left all of my vegetables. I'm gonna look for something left after breakfasts or dinners.
Well, you've got some rations there. So,
No, I'm looking. So every time we would camp in the forest, Violet would eat meat but leave her vegetables. So that would probably accumulate a little bit.
yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna pick one of those.
All right. So you've some of them are quite manky by this point. Like you've been.
I'm gonna take the one that's like the freshest because that would be like 1 day old.
Okay. Yep. You get that.
And yeah, I'll use that to kind of help tempt them in and roll animal handling.
Ooh, such obsession. Yeah, sure. You can roll the animal handling.
I mean, yeah, I want to use the wisdom, like the main stat score that I'm proficient in, to handle animals instead of the charisma skill I'm not proficient in.
Yeah.
I'm a druid, come on. $20.
Well, I almost feel like sort of saying at this point, because it's a fairly old piece of fruit, it's with disadvantage, but I'm not going to be that cruel. Yeah. So you
should have said that before the roll.
I know. Okay, so you wave it over, and yeah, the animals sort of they pick their heads up, and several of them start coming over. You can see some of the stable hands kind of looking at you from that weird sound that you made, sort of with a kind of what the heck's going on. And so you do also get a couple of the stable hands moving over with the animals just to make sure they're okay. And one of the larger ones comes over and starts trying to lick the apple out of your hands.
Okay, yeah, I'll kind of try and break it. Like I'll like hit it on the fence to crack it and like break it open and give a piece to that horse. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to see new places?
It sort of goggles at you, like you see its head moving from side to side, and goes, "What? Yeah? What's new? Got any more apples?"
Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna look at which ones look healthiest.
Sure, that would be a handle animal check. Yeah, none of them look, horribly like injured or anything like that. They're all pretty standard horses. A few of them are older than others, a few of them are younger than others. Some seem a bit more frisky, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're stronger. They're all in pretty similar condition. There's a couple which, with that roll, you identify have got some issue with them. At least one of them is definitely favouring 3 of its hooves over 1, so you think there's some issue there with its leg. And one of them looks kind of listless, and you think it might have a parasitic infection.
Okay, so yeah, I'll like call over, like I'll like point out the ones that look in the best shape as the ones that we want, and I'll also call over the ones that look particularly sickly.
Okay. So
these are unwell. I could perhaps cure them of their ailments.
Are you gesturing to all of the horses when you say this, or are you gesturing just the two that are sick?
The two that are sick.
And you're talking to the stable master. Okay. So stable master's been chatting with you two, but as Gardner bumps in with this sign, it's like, sick? 9. Horses are fine. You are mistaken.
That one has an injured hoof, and that, I believe, has a parasitic infection.
You see the stable master glance and then bark to one of the stable hands. Check the hoof. Which one? It's the front left.
Front left.
Okay. There's a little bit of filling around that point as you see the stable lad walk up to the horse and basically trap its hoof between his legs so that he can lift it up and look at it, and then pull down to some tools at his belt, pulling out a rake, and then you sort of see the young lad go, scheiße, and with a set of pliers pull out what appears to be some kind of stone that must have gotten wedged there at some point, and there's a pretty nasty kind of pus-like explosion that comes with it, and you see the stable master go, and one of the other more experienced hands come over and goes, they'll need to be off its feet, boss, for at least a couple days. Gonna have to rest the hoof in salt water to fix that. Well, I appreciate your experience in this matter. It is saddening to me when my horses are injured. And you say this one may be infected in some kind?
Yes, parasite. Do I have any kind of idea
From
specifics?
A cursory investigation, you're guessing on the parasite thing. It's likely, but it's like maybe situation. It's you're pretty confident, but unless you actually this is a combination of looking at its stool and like doing other tests. But you're fairly confident it's a parasite.
Appears to be a parasite of some kind. I would need a more thorough examination to be specific.
Tova, go find the vet and take that one over. Well, of course there are always a few bruised apples within a barrel, but you wish to buy these horses, yeah?
Oh,
Yes.
Question.
Yep.
What if we rent a horse, but something happens to the horse on the way?
Then you would not get your deposit back.
So technically we're always buying, but if we say we rent, we have the option of...
Yeah, that's what the chip
It
is.
gives
have
you
the chip.
the statement is this: if you rent the horse from us, you will have a guaranteed amount that you will be given on the way back. If you buy the horses, you will have to haggle. You may get more, you may get less.
That's interesting.
But I would advise you must always remember this: when you are selling the horse to a stable, they have many horses, and you have one.
Gardner, how's it looking for plague?
Does this plague have a name?
Not yet, it's too new.
And you say you
Have
saw
you
it
not
in
heard about the
Futura.
plague? Recently, the Futura had to close.
I guess this one's either a persuasion or deception. Your choice on this front, but he is gonna. You can also roll an insight as well because that's gonna
I
hit.
mean, persuasion, I'm not lying.
Yeah, I know. That's fair. I guess it's influence on that one. 20. And give me an insight as well on
Okay.
this one because you definitely hit a nerve there.
10.
Yeah, not too hard to spot this one. You definitely see a flash of recognition as you mentioned that Futura had to recently close. I was not informed that had anything to do with horses.
It had an unexpected effect on some animals. Horses were one of them.
And who told you this?
People in Futura?
Anyone I would know?
You know people in Futura.
I know horse dealers across the country.
Probably no one you would know.
We didn't really check names with them.
That's also true. I don't even know your name.
Oh, sorry. My name is Granna.
There's no need. Like, you often ask names of people you buy produce from,
Produce?
for example.
Uh,
Making acquaintances with merchants, it's not something I'm used to.
oh, that is a pity. Well, I'm more than happy to be your friend.
Are you? Well, then don't sell us horses infected by the horse plague.
What are the symptoms of the horse plague?
Gardener, any signs?
I saw a couple who are unwell. No signs of plague specifically at the moment. Definitely something you would want to keep an eye out for, though. That can devastate herds.
And what are the symptoms?
Lethargy, sweating.
Sweating?
There is excessively so. Fever, you know. They often become delirious. Some can turn aggressive, and they tend to die within a week or so at most.
I see.
Well, we don't need them for longer than a week, so I guess the ones that are sauce we can take off your hands. And perhaps pay you half the price.
Well, I mean, the symptoms seem very vague. Lethargy.
That's why we're
sweating.
suspicious, yes.
I mean, gonna have a quick look and sort of probably pick on Wesley at this point and go, that one is sweating. For all I know, they have some kind of plague.
Oh, the plague affects humans and elves differently than horses.
The plague can go between the species?
That's what makes it so terrifying.
That is terrifying.
It is a process known as zoonosis.
Zoonosis?
Yes, when the illness, disease transfers from one species to another. Most often, domesticated animals, farm animals, and the like. With humans, halflings, the more agrarian inclined.
Are you some kind of vet? Or doctor?
I am a healer, veterinarian, I suppose, from Ternopil. It's,
Ternopil?
yes, lot of variety there. There is call for a wide repertoire of expertise.
Well, this is a much more civilized land, so I imagine those sorts of things occur less.
You believe disease occurs less?
In a place where we keep things clean, yeah.
Are you calling my friend a dirtbag?
No, I'm calling his country dirty.
You know, maybe don't want anything to do with you. We'll just drop by a guard and tell them that you have plague-ridden horses.
Is that a threat?
Absolutely. If it sounds threatening.
Perhaps I
If
would,
not, then
drop
I'm doing
by-
this country a service.
Perhaps I would drop by the Templars and tell them that I was threatened by a mage. I wonder what they would say then.
You could do that.
But perhaps we don't need to be so aggressive. You tell me there's plague. I do not know if you are saying the truth, but you have said many things which I am aware of, Vitura, and I have heard certain inklings of a plague, but I would be honest with you and say that I have heard them mostly being referred to as carried by mages. And I assume you do not wish to be burned. Yeah?
Is that
Come
a
on, we're
threat?
going. We're going. Violet will turn around and leave.
Okay, Violet's heading out the way.
I guess Talon's going to follow Violet at this point.
Yeah.
Nothing happened on the road while they were in there.
Looking around the back and forth, you can see people have come to and fro on the road. Most of them sort of like large carts heading towards the crossing. It's a bit slow, you think, at the moment. Yesterday there was a lot more carts, but it hasn't really kicked off so much this morning. Wesley, as you're about to head off, the Furbolg does grab you on the shoulder. You do not wish to buy? I am more than welcome to be accommodating. But I do not appreciate
Wesley,
someone
let's go.
threatening my business.
What was the last thing she said?
I do not appreciate someone threatening my business.
Okay, I'm sorry this happened. If we buy horses, can we forgive and forget?
At this point, I should point out Wesley, everyone else, I believe, is still walking away, so you're kind of being
that's
left
fine.
behind a bit. But
Yeah, we are.
But the Furbolg lady sort of goes,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, the money is a lovely bandage. You needed 4 horses? I can sell you those there for 400 gold."
How much money does Wesley have? No, not for 4 horses. Look, I don't have enough money on me. Let me go talk to my companions.
Zero. And they'll let you go.
Hmm.
Come back when you're more serious about buying.
Mazul nod and head after the group.
Okay. I assume you hurry up, so I'll say, unless you guys want to have a quick chat on, without Wesley or Onyx, you all sort of meet up at the same sort of time, back up with
Would
Onyx.
they not reach me before Wesley catches up?
We probably reach Onyx. Yeah.
Maybe a
keep
little bit.
walking
I'm assuming
whole
he's,
time.
I'm assuming that Wesley kind of walked, but yeah. So yeah, you might have a little bit of time to chat before Wesley gets there.
No, we're just walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So roughly the same time, you all sort of gather together.
Okay.
How'd it go?
We made a scene in there.
So what's the next plan? Smash and grab?
No, we should buy some horses.
We're gonna go if we meet more agreeable salesmen. We'll buy horses.
Violet, if we leave now, she can report us.
She is free to report us anyway. She wasn't exactly nice.
Neither were you.
I'm never nice.
He does not care properly for the horses.
So,
What are you saying?
Well, she didn't sell us the horses that were hurt.
She tried to deny that they were hurt at all.
It doesn't matter. Our place was a dump. Let's go.
we can still just take the horses?
Just take.
Sure.
What do you mean by that?
No, then
Make a
we're gonna definitely.
distraction. Saddle up. Run off.
Okay, then definitely Templars will go after us.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do
Let's
not
just
think
walk.
that's-
It's fine. It's gonna
Yeah.
take longer, but we'll encounter other stables.
Yeah, but we still have to leave this place.
We are leaving this place.
Yes, we have to go through a search point like we did on the way in.
Mhm.
We're out of it already.
Oh, I thought
It
that
didn't
No,
Yes.
we're not.
What?
But
We haven't
I said
gone
we
through a
left the
search
city.
point yet.
We specifically were told that we are out of city because the city doesn't have place for stables. We're out.
Onyx, Gardner. At this point, you two hear a sound coming from the bridge. A scream. It's a bit far away, but you definitely hear somebody, the sound of a scream, and then at the end of it, some mixed voices, and then the sound of something hitting the water hard.
Talon is running in that
You don't
direction.
hear it. Onyx and Gardner hear it. They have the
Oh,
highest
right,
passive
okay.
perception.
Onyx will yell trouble, and she will run
Where?
towards the noise.
Okay,
Okay,
you
yeah.
see Onyx
Can we
shooting
see
off towards the
what it
bridge.
is?
How far is the bridge?
Not that far. It's only about 40, 50 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, so
okay.
we can see what it is. What is it?
You can see the bridge. The bridge is very long, though. It's at least 100 meters or so about 300 feet.
Right. Well, with lack of anything else,
yeah.
Talon's running after Onyx.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I am going to focus for a moment
Where's your
and
guns?
activate my spores, and then I'm going to run.
So what you're going to your
And be off
form?
Kent, yeah.
Okay. How long does that last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, cool. All right, Violet, are you going after them as well, or are you trying to look and see what's happening first?
I'm trying to see what's happening as I walk. I'm not gonna run.
You're not running. Okay. There's a few other people coming after you. You know, sort of some of the guards that were present, soldiers heading that way as well. Violet, you're going a bit behind them because you're moving slightly slower.
Then I would like to use this opportunity to disguise myself.
Sure, you can probably find somewhere to duck out of the way and hide yourself. What are you disguising yourself as?
A young Furbolg woman.
A young? Okay, fair enough. Bear in mind that furbolgs are noticeably taller than your form.
Then scratch that. Have we seen any other species being represented in the town?
Oh yeah,
So
there's a variety of them. There's a few dotted around the
Okay.
place. You saw a tiefling woman in the bar. You've seen a
I'm gonna go tiefling then.
tiefling. That's fair. Cool. Any particular color? Just sticking with kind of.
Just red, just classic.
Okay, so classic tiefling. So sort of you duck behind a cart for a couple seconds and.
No, I'm just
emerge.
going behind the crowd, and they are distracted sufficiently so I can just do it.
Yeah, just give me a
Like, there's a
quick
thing.
stealth check with advantage because there's a thing going on just in case. Just to give me a quick
Okay.
roll there.
I thought they were distracted.
They are distracted. That's why you're getting
23.
the advantage. Yeah, that's easy.
People generally don't notice change unless it's pointed out to them as well.
I think people might notice if somebody suddenly went from being one species to another.
There's like a video where you
I-
need to
I know
count
James
basketball
Blythe's-
things, and the
when the
gorilla
walks in front.
passes by.
I know.
Yeah, nobody notices.
But either way, so you're charging off at this time. Violet, you find somewhere. You duck out somewhere where you don't think anyone will see, and you know.
No,
use the
I'm doing
crowd's
it
cover.
in behind the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm not ducking anywhere. I'm not losing time.
Cool. As you get as the rest of you get closer, you can see that there is a cart has toppled, falling over onto its side, and from it there is a rope which is being pulled taut at an angle, and there is a after a quick bit of investigation looking over the side of the bridge, you see that there is a figure currently caught in the very fast-flowing current of the river, being pulled, holding onto the rope. There are several people trying to grab the rope, and some of them are yelling, "Hold on! Don't let go! They'll be killed if they let go."
Is there a way down?
Can we see what the figure is?
Yeah, and also
Uh,
there was a splash. Do we see anything in the water?
Well, it's at this point, I would like you all to go to Tailspire.
Oh.
Okay.
As I quickly hope that this works. And I summon you to the board. Of course, that didn't work the way I'd hoped it would. Oh no, it did. Thank goodness. Yes. So, not the best representation I've got, but it is one that works. You can see it. So, there are more figures on the bridge, obviously. And you can see that there are several of the soldiers. 2 are trying to pull on the rope, and another one has dove into the river and is currently holding on to the figure at the base. This is you lot for now. The tokens with a thing.
Right.
You should have access to them. Because
Usually
unfortunately our
we
mods
look
are
better.
broken. Yeah, our mods are broken at the moment, so we're having to rely on this. But yeah, sorry, I put you on here at the start, but Vart, you'd actually be a bit behind because you were a little bit behind them. So,
Why?
because
She was walking.
I said
walking.
instead that I'm walking and looking, but
Right.
you still didn't tell me who the figure in the water was.
It appears to be some kind of purple tiefling.
Okay.
Generally, there were purple tiefling at the start. Looks to be one of the stable hands or something along those lines. Well, not sorry, stable hands. Sorry, one of the drovers' assistants. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Right, well,
Like I said, is there a way down?
There are ways down from the bridge on the side, but this is a very fast-flowing river. You could try and scale down the side of the bridge supports, but there isn't like an official sort of ladder or anything along those lines.
right, well, where is it? Is it about here, where those people? There's 2 guards facing the river. Is that where the rope is?
Yes, I couldn't unfortunately do a rope, but basically, if you would imagine, there is a rope coming from them to those 2 figures on the ground, in the
You
water.
can't see the ones
I
in the
can't
ground.
see
Wesley-
the ones in the water yet.
Okay.
If I move
Yeah.
like this.
Wesley's gonna
yeah.
shout at Talon. Talon, climb that strut.
Should-
Yep,
Should
that's
we roll
what I'm doing.
initiative?
This one.
Yeah.
And then Wesley's going to run up and jump down
Should
as
we roll
well
initiative?
towards
Hang on,
the.
Before you
if
do
we're
that.
doing multiple things, then yeah, it's probably about time to roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay, I better move back to where we started. That was just so we could see what was going on. Right, so remember to select
I ran
token. Where is my token?
Okay, it's Violet with 11,
Ooh.
Wesley with 23, not bad.
Oh!
Daniel was slightly slower, 23, ironically.
I'll take
On
it.
my token.
You can't find your token?
No, there we go.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Alrighty. So, yeah, top of the round. So, Wesley, you yelled at Talon to do something, and then you were going to do something else?
Yep. Wesley's going to run up and jump in after the tiefling lady.
Okay. Well, you don't know the agenda, but okay, fair enough. So, your
Yeah, sure.
goal is to get... What's your movement speed?
My movement speed is 40.
40. Okay, so if you wanted to dive in after the rope, that's about 55 feet from where you are. You can go there and just jump, and then gravity will do the rest.
Okay. So actually, I shall, before doing that, cast haste on myself.
Okay, so action, cast haste.
Yeah.
All right, and then your movement then becomes 80. So yeah, you can easily get to there, and then you'll.
Wait, 80? How?
Speed
Doubled.
is doubled when he's hasted.
Hasted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just expecting him now to just overshoot wildly because he's hasted.
Okay, so we call that.
I'm also tossing off my jacket as I run there to lighten my own weight.
All right. Okay, so call that 60 feet of movement there, and then you're going to jump.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, like I say, this is a gravity thing. So, I will let you do either an acrobatics or an athletics check to try and. So, the water is quite far down. All right. So we're talking about this is about a 20-foot drop from the top of the bridge to the water. So I'll let you do an acrobatics or an athletics to try and lessen the damage of the fall.
Wait, that's also part of the action? He does action, haste and also jump?
I feel like this is more of a
jumping is
reaction.
part of movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does have a
Um,
hasted action as well, so I guess he can do
Oh,
one
I
more
see.
thing.
He could dash as
That's
well. Yeah, he's got those
Yeah.
sorts of things. But for this haste is part of the
Okay,
movement. The
I'll
movement action.
do an acrobatics for this jump.
Okay.
18.
18. All right, so you'll take half damage on this. So that
pretty.
is 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you leap off the side. Several of the guards go, "What are you doing?" And then just you leap into here. The water is, I mean, it's rough, so it's not as bad as it could have been, but it's still very turbulent. Can you make me a concentration check for the haste, please?
Oof.
Yes.
Oh yes, because you took damage.
20.
20. Yep, you're fine. That's fine then. Okay. And if I'm assuming that you're trying to grab a hold of the rope at this stage?
Yeah. I will, if that's possible.
Yeah, let's call that. On this one, I think this one is going to have to be an athletics check for trying to grab a hold of the rope.
21.
21. Okay, yep. So you will watch as Wesley charges forwards, bounce aside. He whips up his coat with a dramatic flourish, and then dives straight into the water. Wesley, the water hits you like a rolled up sock to the face, full of coins. But you're able to land and grab a hold of this rope. The rest of you on the bridge, you see the other guards who are holding onto the rope sort of jerk as this new weight is now added to the rope. And Wesley, the guard that's you're with, goes, "What the hell are you doing here?"
I'm helping.
Right. That I think will wrap up your turn there. So next on the list is Talon.
Right. Okay. Talon is going to dash as an action,
Okay.
which gives me 80 feet of movement. So that takes me to about there, and then 20 feet down, I guess.
Okay. Oop.
Oh,
Uh,
I am on the
Make-
bottom of the
you-
I was
river.
going to say,
Uh,
let me turn on flying first. Great, I turned off the wrong person's flying.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to let go.
Right, so you sort of clamber down there. Again, the guards are actually going to try and grab you at this point, I think, as you charge past them, because they are.
They don't know I've got climbing shoes, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
But I am giving them disadvantage because they're just trying to grab you. I don't think a 10's not going to hit your armor class, is it? So,
No.
Yeah. So they sort of go, "Oh no!" And then they sort of see you climbing down, and go, "Bloody hell!"
Yeah. So I will have dropped my backpack, but I've still got my staff to kind of extend that out for people to grab hold of.
Okay.
But yeah, not putting weight on the rope. Talon is just literally walking down there to basically extend arms out to try and help people up the rope
Okay.
at this point.
That is your turn. Right.
So
Right. Before Gardner's turn kicks off, the guard is gonna look at you, Wesley, and just go, "Well, what can? Oh no!" As he watches, and a large tentacle emerges from the water.
Oh, go.
oh,
The fuck?
You guys do recall at this point that you were told multiple times that krakens were in this river.
okay.
The tentacle is going to try and lash out and grab one of you. 1 to 2, it goes for the boy. 2 to 3, it goes for the guard. 3 to 4, it goes for guard. 5 to 6, it goes for Wesley. It's going for Wesley. That's hilarious. So this is a grapple check, so it's opposed by either your athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
Wow. That's a 28.
What?
Wow.
I can't beat that with a critical success.
Okay.
Save me or not?
No, this is a skill check, so no, a critical success will not save you.
11.
11. Yeah, so you sort of just get down there, Wesley, and then a tentacle just snags your leg and wraps up your body. Talon, you see this happening.
Oh, shit.
Gardner, it is your turn.
Okay. So I guess I'll kind of approach the edge here.
Okay.
And
Going out the rush here, mate.
yeah, God damn it.
Onyx, you're up next, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. Are there any like loose stones or rocks or anything on the bridge?
Not really. This is a pretty well-made bridge, and there's a lot of traffic and the like. It is made of stone. You could try and smash a part of it and grab a stone, but not really loose stones. The cart has spilled, and there are various parts of the cart that you could potentially grab if you're just looking for an object.
Any like chunks of metal?
Chunks of metal. Not really like loose ones or anything like that. Not with a quick glance with your passive perception.
Well, I will. Is there like a broken piece of wood that could be thrown?
You might be able to. Yeah, you can probably find one of those. Give me a quick perception check to just grab see if you can spot a likely piece of wood. Yeah.
15.
15. Yep. That's easy enough. Yeah. So you managed to grab one of those.
Okay, and I will throw it at the tentacle.
Okay. So you're just trying to aim and throw at the tentacle.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So I do not believe you're proficient in improvised weapon.
Nope.
Okay. And this is definitely more than the improvised weapon thrown distance. So make me a straight dex roll with a disadvantage dex roll. No proficiency or anything, just disadvantage dex roll.
That's a nat 1.
And that one. Yeah, so you grab a piece of wood, you're aiming for it, and you just go, "Get away from my friend!" And you just chuck it, and it just splashes the water nearby. That all you got for your turn?
Yeah, that'll be everything.
That'll be everything. Cool. Onyx.
Has Onyx ever heard of krakens?
You're aware of them as a creature. I mean, you have of course been informed of the various creatures in the wilderness. They're not native to where you're from, clearly, but
No,
you are aware of them.
I didn't ask if she had seen one because that would be unlikely. Do I know how smart they are?
So, I mean, obviously that kind of varies a lot with creatures. So, but if you're thinking this is like Kraken, as in from the actual Kraken, you know, the CR28 monster, I'm not that
I have
crazy.
no idea. I didn't look this up. I'm just asking you. Do I know if they're smart?
still animals, so they have like animal level intelligence, mostly instinctual.
Onyx will look at what is happening and if I have a spell that is part of my race, does that still have VSM components?
Yeah, does it say cast as a spell? Because if so, then yes.
Not sure.
I would imagine it does. If it's literally listing a spell, they normally do it exactly as the spell.
Yeah, it says you learn the spell. Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna take out my bow and shoot the tentacle then.
Okay. So it is. I'm gonna say it's gonna have half cover because it is wrapped around Wesley. But yeah, you can open fire.
Okay. I'm gonna use a charge of favorite foe.
I think you only need to tell me that when it lands. Also, this would be the point where you remind me that as you have sharpshooter, you ignore half cover.
I did not have sharpshooter.
You don't? I thought you did. Oh, my bad.
Nope, do not.
Hmm.
I didn't end up taking it for a reason that we talked about, and then we changed that, but I never changed the feats around.
Okay.
But 22.
22. Yeah, that hits. So yes, you pull back, and it's a difficult shot for you, trying to sight in between the various ways, but you fire and launch it at the tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
Roll damage.
That is 11.
11
Piercing.
points of damage. Okay, yeah. So you see and Wesley, you get a first-hand experience as this arrow just slams into the tentacle quite close to your face. The tentacle does contract around you more as this shot lands. Some kind of pain reaction, you think? Did not seem to like that.
I'm gonna take out one of the troll arrows and shoot again.
Okay.
Uh, 26.
That will also hit.
Nice.
I don't know. I have no idea if the troll arrows have any additional effect, but that's what we're testing here, so that's why I'm using one of them.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Onyx will, shoot this arrow at the creature from the railing.
Okay. You fire down once again at these things, this time with a slightly heavier arrow. The troll's fangs being somewhat more dense than the other things. As the troll arrow strikes very close to where the first arrow landed, another dunk in. It's from this distance you can't see if it's had any additional effect, but the tentacle does still appear to be alive at this stage. Sorry, did you add a favored foe onto that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, only 10 damage then. I can only do that once around.
Right.
You're right. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No worries. Is that your turn?
21 total. Yeah, that is my turn.
Cool. Violet.
Yeah, probably gonna at this point run up.
Okay. So you dashing or just move?
Just moving.
Yep.
Actually, probably here closer.
Okay.
Can I see now clearly who's in the water?
It's the water is quite rough, but you are able to get a pretty decent picture. You can see the tentacle. You can see the three figures sort of kind of in that sort of area, and you can see Talon hanging off the side of the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Does he look panicked, or does he look like he knows what he's doing?
He's basically doing that whole thing where he kind of stands on the side of a building. He looks fine.
Oh, he looks fine. Okay, fair enough. Then, as ineffective as it probably is because they're in the water, I'm going to shoot Firebolt.
Okay.
That's the only ranged option I have.
Cool. So yeah, Onyx, a tiefling woman, charges up next to you and tries to aid in the fray by launching a bolt of flame down.
Nice.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
15?
15 just hits. Oh wait, no, it has half cover.
Oh, so it doesn't?
No, it doesn't hit with that. And actually, that hits Wesley.
What?
Fair enough.
Them's the rules of hardcover. So Wesley, as you're being thrashing about, you see these tentacle have several arrows slam into it, and then all of a sudden a bolt of fire just smacks you in the shoulder, and
Wait.
Ow.
15 doesn't meet his AC. It's only cover if I actually hit him. And I don't think his AC is 15.
No, he's being used as the cover. So generally speaking, Okay,
When it's
he can't really dodge. He's being used as the cover in this sort of thing.
Okay.
But wouldn't it still require to also pierce his AC before it would hit him?
Not normally. Normally, when it comes to half cover and creatures, if you sort of get into that sweet spot between the AC, the fail AC and the half cover AC, you hit the person. So
Even if I roll like 10, I would hit.
no. If it was below the AC of the creature entirely, then you wouldn't hit anything.
What's entirely?
So its AC is 15, so meets it beats it normally. But with half cover, it's
Yeah.
+2, so it becomes 17. Which means that this therefore is within the half cover range. So 15, 16, 17. Sorry, 15 or 16
Okay,
would
fair enough.
hit Wesley. So
I
yeah,
didn't know about this rule at all, so now I know.
it doesn't often come up, to be fair. But yeah, so that is 8 points of fire damage to yourself, Wesley. And can you give me a
Yep.
concentration saving throw as well?
Oh my god. 12?
That's enough.
Okay.
Also, I believe you have Warcaster, don't you?
No.
No, I keep forgetting. I thought you did.
It's me that's got Warcaster.
Fair enough. Yes. So, yeah, you managed to maintain your concentration as this firebolt strikes at you.
A tentacle, not me.
Speaking of, is that all your turn there, Violet, or do you have anything more?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Can I see what's in the cart?
Sure. You can have a quick glance. A lot of it is so. Obviously, I'm limited by Tailspire and what happens, but a lot of it has spilled on the ground. It appears to be mainly like fruit and the like. So apples, other such things.
Can I grab some?
Not from your current position, but if you move closer on your next turn, you'll be able to do so.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Wesley.
What does Wesley know of Krakens?
I guess make me a nature check.
Natural 1.
Wow, double natural one.
Oh my god, it's a double nat one.
It's a double nat one.
I was about to say I might even have been tempted to give you advantage because it is a sea or water-based creature, but
It doesn't matter.
He was not paying attention to that.
yeah. At this point, Wesley, as you're sort of in the thing, you remember Altair saying, "Now, Wesley, I'm going to teach you about Krakens. This may one day save your life." And then you remember there was a really cool-looking bird. And that's it.
Oh dear.
Oh god. Okay. Wesley knows nothing about Kraken, so Wesley's not gonna say anything. Wesley is going to get out of there. How does the situation with the tiefling look?
So currently the tiefling appears to be at least sort of partially drowned sort of situation. Like the water has gotten onto them. They don't look healthy at all. They're being held by the soldier, who doesn't seem to be doing well either because they are wearing armor.
Yeah.
And the soldier has also kind of wrapped the rope around his arm as well. But it's neither of them look particularly good.
Okay, so I want to get out of there with Misty Step,
Okay.
and I want to aim for the rope, and also try to pull the tiefling back up and towards.
Well, Misty Step is a teleport, so you can't take someone with you on that one.
No, but I want to teleport towards the rope, grab hold, and then help the tiefling maybe with my haste action.
Like sort of pull, just kind of take some of the load off the guard. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd say you can probably do that. So yeah, you focus on your arcane energy and you make a quick gesture with your non-restrained hand by the Kraken, and you kind of bamf over to here, I'd say, in a mix with with these two. Give me a quick, again, athletics or acrobatics check to just snag the rope as you teleport into that location.
Natural 1.
Oh dear. You've had a.
I would
bit of
like
bad
to
luck.
use my inspiration here.
I would say that's probably wise.
14.
14. Okay. Yeah, you manage to snag a hold of the rope. For a brief second, you feel as if you're about to miss it, but then you quickly grab it, partially with your teeth, and latch on. Then, with your hasted action, you want to try and pull this tiefling, take some of the weight off. And yeah, so you reach in and basically you're giving advantage to the guard next time it tries to do anything.
Can I also say, try to bring the tiefling to that person there, and he will gesture to Talon.
How's he doing that?
His slippers.
Talon. You're sort of standing on the side of the wall there. You
Okay.
can see.
Can I?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You can see Wesley seems to be out of danger, but there is still, immediate danger, but there is still a tentacle there.
Right. Well, I think we just need to get people out of the water. I'm going to start with the tiefling because they're probably the least combat ready out of everybody. So, can I? Can Talon just kind of inch his way a little bit down further and try and take the young tiefling off the guard if the guard will cooperate?
So there's a bit of a distance between the wall and the tiefling.
Okay.
So about 10 feet. So you can stretch out and be ready to grab. But you're kind of going to need the tiefling to be pulled towards you more directly at this stage.
Right. In that case, hold my action to receive and help the tiefling climb up.
Okay, that's fair. Anything else, or is that all?
That's really all I can do because everything else relies on having hold of somebody to rescue. So.
Okay. Oh, fortunately, the guard is going just before the Kraken does, so he is going to make a roll with advantage, athletics-wise, and I'd say because the both of you helping, I'm going to make this advantage and +2 to try and get the tiefling over to you.
Okay. But I don't get to go upwards.
This is so you can receive at this stage.
Okay.
So that is a 21. Okay, yeah. So
Nice.
the tiefling is thrust towards you, and you're you're basically at this stage just grabbing anything. So you're sort of grabbing a shoulder, grabbing a horn, grabbing anything you can, as the guard yells, "Get him safe!" and shoves him towards you.
Yeah, that's exactly what Talon's going to be doing, but I have to wait for initiative, so...
Cool. And at this stage... a second tentacle emerges. One of the tentacles is going to try and grapple one of you. Wesley, you can roll me a d6 on this one. 1, 2, 3, it's you. 4, 5, 6, it's the guard.
D6. 2.
It's you. Okay, so they're going to try and grapple you. So that is a 13 that you have to beat with either an acrobatics or an athletics check.
Okay, acrobatics go. 18.
Yes!
18. Right, you see the tentacle coming towards you, you basically just go, yay, and you scoot around.
This time.
Avoid it. The other tentacle, on the other hand, is just going to try and slap you. That is a 17 to hit.
AC 20.
AC 20. Okay. Right, so you're struggling there as this tentacle slams down towards you. Again, you're managing to sort of use your body to guide your position in the waves, and evade it. The tentacles, however, seem to be quite angry. Alrighty, that brings us to Gardner.
Oh, fantastic. I've been waiting ages for this. I am going to
Chuck
pick
more
up
wood.
another chunk of cart
No!
and throw it at the tentacles.
Fair enough. Give me
Don't you have anything
a
useful?
dexterity roll.
It's a 12.
12. Why advantage?
It's... Sorry, no. It's not. It's flat. That's a 10.
10. Yep. So yes, you once again you pick up another piece of cart and throw it down. This time, you sort of also grab a small handful of the fruit that's there and start pelting it as well. And you just see the cart owner turn and look at you. What the hell are you doing?
I'm trying to fight the Kraken!
Piss off and let the adults handle it.
Wow.
I'm a halfling, you racist fuck!
Yeah.
Oh, my ears though, so a little further from the microphone.
Yeah, that was really loud.
Sorry.
Onyx.
Well, second tentacle and the arrows seem to have done very little, but I don't think Onyx has any other options. So yeah, no, two more normal arrows, I think.
Aiming at the same.
The same one.
Okay.
Let's see if I can pepper it enough that it loses either enough blood or pain that it lets go.
Cool.
No half cover this time.
No half cover this time, no. Which
Hey,
is good because that
16.
hits without half cover.
Nice. So yeah, Onyx again takes out an arrow, launches it at the tentacle, and a second arrow in quick succession.
Nice.
That's a hit as well.
25. And that is 11, so that is a total of 21 damage again.
Nice.
Okay. Once again, you see Onyx just very calmly pull, load, fire, and just.
Yeah. No, that's all she can do, and she's going to concentrate on hitting.
And you see the tentacle that you hit shudder, and then break away, and start floating down the river.
Nice.
Kind of sad we won't be able to eat it.
Tonight I dine on octopus soup. Violet.
Scungili.
Yeah, here's a question. When we were approaching the town, Wesley said that he will take off his bracer.
I never did.
I think he was trying to make a decision on that, and then he didn't in the end.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of weeks. I can't remember offhand.
Pretty sure he took it off.
No, I never did.
I don't think he did. There
yeah.
was discussion about it, but he didn't in the end.
I thought
So-
you tried to hide it under your sleeve, decided that was way too bulky, then it ended up
No.
taking it off.
I literally
am-
remember you taking it off.
I
Okay,
end up
it's
not
fine.
taking it off.
I honestly can't recall offhand. And yes,
I
want
also
to-
remember with the search when we entered the town that you were so distracting towards the guard that he didn't notice my gauntlet.
Yeah,
just had a
You
He
didn't
was,
have any.
he was trying to hide it under the sleeve of the coat, and
Was he?
and
Yeah.
you told him to either leave it on or take it off. Don't try and hide it with the coat; it looks stupid. And I think he did leave it on.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
do remember
Then,
it specifically,
then I
yeah.
don't have
remember
to
this
look at anybody
conversation.
noticed.
Note. Hey, Hansi,
is it-
and yep, those are definitely tentacles.
Is Wesley still being a cover?
No, he managed to escape with teleport.
Okay, and the tentacle died, you said.
One
but-
tentacle's died. There's another one
Was-
that's arisen.
So there's several. Why didn't I shoot the other tentacle then? Why did I shoot the
it-
first?
it wasn't there yet.
at the
It
time.
hadn't showed
Yeah.
up yet.
Oh, okay. Well then, firebolt.
Okay. Righty.
Oh, hi, Hauntil.
Hey, Hansi.
Yes, those are tentacles.
That definitely
26.
hits.
Hooray!
7 fire damage.
Yep. Once again, Onyx, you see this tiefling woman behind you just blast out with a bolt of flame. This seems to be quite good.
Onyx kind of
Um,
looks around to see if she can see Violet anywhere because Violet has disappeared, but then kind of shrugs and goes back to loading the next arrow.
And I'm gonna try and see if I can snatch something from the cart.
Okay, so you move over to the cart. Assume you use your movement to get to the cart, right?
Yeah.
Cool. You want to move your token?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry.
So is there anything particular you're trying to grab, or just like anything that's on the ground?
It's the wrong top. Just some nice fruit for the next horses.
Sure. That's not too hard. There's a few pieces of fruit. Just give me a quick. I guess. Are you being obvious about this, or are you trying to hide the fact that you're stealing the fruit?
I guess I'm trying to hide it.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand. You have advantage because there's a lot of distraction going on.
Yeah. Okay.
Go, gadget, sleight of hand.
17.
17. Yeah, you sort of get in close and you kind of allow some of the illusionary fabric of the outfit you've chosen to cover the fruit, and then just keeping the illusion where it is, you sort of duck down yourself and snag them from the ground and sort of hold on to them.
Yoink.
Cool.
That's my turn.
Awesome. Wesley, can you make me a perception roll as we kick off your round?
Yes, please. Natural 1.
Oh my goodness me!
Wesley, you try and look around and water just hits you in the face. You're like, why did that sting?
That's because it was a trout, Wesley.
Okay. What are you doing?
Okay, so Tiefling in Talon's hands. I'm.
We need to get everybody out of the water.
Yeah, I wanna help the guard to get out of the water.
Okay. How?
That's a very good question.
I think I need to get out of the way first.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say to the guard, I can get you out of here. It's gonna hurt a bit, but I can get you out of here. Do you accept?
There's a devastating moment of silence there as the guard, who currently is keeping at the tentacle, just looks at you and goes, "Fucking do it!"
I'll tear that conventional cannon on a willing target.
Oh my god.
Did you not?
Where are
realise that
you
was the
firing him
front row?
to?
The bridge, up on the bridge.
But with an arc, you're gonna calculate the vector live?
Okay, so
This is happening.
those of you, so I think everyone's looking down here apart from Violet, who's currently doing a bit of stealing. You watch as this guard, having accepted what's about to happen, just kind of just gets scrunched and goes, "What the?" And a cannon is summoned out of seemingly nothingness, and the guard goes, "Hey, you didn't mention." And then there is a loud boom and this guard goes shooting upwards with a son of a bitch. Okay, and I believe it's what that's how far can it go? Like 60 feet, I think, was it? Or
Up to 60 feet.
yeah. So I'm going to say that you sort of fire him. This is obviously a magical cannon, so you don't need to worry too much about arc. But you're basically shooting him like 10 foot above the bridge to ensure that he actually lands on the bridge.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, which he does with an ungodly thud, and I'm going to just say he's prone. I'm not even going to let him roll for that. He just sort of goes down on top of the bridge. Can you roll damage for me for this cannon blast?
So it's 3d10 bludgeoning?
No, it's not.
Oh. Takes 1d10 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet launched. Plus any damage for falling if the creature is willing, you can choose to reduce the damage to 1d4 for every 10 feet launched.
So it's 3d4 plus 1d6.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Because of the falling damage.
Okay, so... Oh, shit.
You've rolled several things. I'm going to take the first 3d4.
Yeah.
Because that's... Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so
that's
4, 3, 3.
That's 10 points of bludgeoning damage from the cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And then roll an additional d6 for the falling damage.
Wait.
You shot him above the bridge and then he had to drop 10 feet, so...
Okay, so 12.
12. 12, ironically, in the end. Yeah, so you just see this... You all see this guard just hurtle upwards and then drop to the thing. And just sort of go, hey, you... that is your action, I believe.
Yeah. As a hasted action, can I cast another spell of...
I do not believe you can cast a spell with a haste action. I believe all you can do is
Oh,
attack,
cantrip.
dash,
Just-
or...
Just get out of there, climb.
Um...
In fact, Talon will say that out loud. Just climb out.
Well, then I'm gonna Misty Step again and just teleport on top of the
that's
bridge.
2 spells. You can't cast
okay.
2 spells. Only one spell on a cantrip.
But it's a bonus action.
It doesn't matter. It's not a cantrip.
Okay, fine.
You've only been playing 5th Ed for over 5 years, practically.
I'm gonna fire your... Actually, I'm gonna Booming Blades.
I don't... is Boom Blade an action?
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. Okay. But is it a bonus action or an action?
Oh,
Action?
Yeah, you don't...
It's an action.
Can't he replace a melee attack with a cantrip because of the blade singing?
Only when he does an attack as part of the attack action, he can do
Okay,
that.
then a hasted action can't cast Booming Blade, mate.
No,
so-
you can attack with
okay.
a haste
I
action.
would just get out of there. But never mind.
He's doesn't want to-
Is Talon in the way for me climbing out?
No, the rope is at a diagonal angle.
Okay, then I'm gonna start climbing.
Okay, give me an athletics check because you are against a hefty amount of water at this stage. You're trying to like pull yourself against a current.
18.
18. Okay, you begin trying to climb out of the water. You start moving up. As a reaction, as you have left its threatened square, this tentacle is going to try and attack you. That is 19 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. So you are thrashing about on this thing and you start hauling yourself out. Because you are, this is not like a regular climb. You're definitely moving at half speed on this one. So
Then I can climb 40 speed with a dash.
with a dash? What?
I still have my hasted action to dash.
Okay. Yeah, so you start clambering your way up. And so you watch as Wesley just moving with extreme speed, hand over hand, manages to haul his way out of the out of the drink and pull himself up. The two guards kind of look at you a bit stunned with a sort of, the fuck are you?
I'm gonna, if I still can, help the other guard back up and say sorry.
I think that'll probably be on your next turn at this stage.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Talon.
Okay, still clinging to the side of the bridge. I'm going to take the tiefling straight up and over the edge and to safety.
Okay.
Away from the Kraken.
Alrighty. So as you start moving away,
Yep.
you trigger this thing's reaction, as it is basically as it rears up from beneath you, its maw coming forth. You realize that it has basically used its tentacles to hold on to the bridge, and now seeing the last of its prey starting to disappear, is going to reach up and try and grab you with its beak.
Okay.
Alrighty. That is a 19 to hit.
Shield.
Sylvie, oh.
You can do both.
No, it's fine.
I mean, it makes sense to me that you sort of go, shit. But fair enough, if you want to be that sort of way. Okay. Yep. So you cast shield, and basically a small amount of light forms to some kind of woven barrier in front of you as this creature's maw slams into it.
Good.
Okay, so you're then heading upwards. Because you are kind of carrying this tiefling, you are also moving at half speed.
Right, okay, that should still get me at least to the top edge of the bridge and out of this thing's reach.
What are you, like 40 foot normally? So
Yeah.
okay,
So 40 with a dash.
that is true. You can technically dash.
Yeah, so I can still... Yeah,
Okay.
I'll get them... I'll use the dash to get them over and into the arms of those guards.
Whoops. I thought you were on the bridge. How ironic. That's twice the second time it's happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, you
Yep, so-
you come in and you haul them up as this kraken sort of stares at you for a few moments. On its turn, you see it pause for a couple of moments, eyeing all of you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gently submerges itself beneath the waves and vanishes. All right. So that's official end of combat rules, but Garda will technically be going next. So is there anything you want to do? We'll finish up this round of combat and then we can figure out what happens next. But yeah, as Gardner, is there anything you'd like to do? You're going to continue throwing sticks at
Yeah,
this thing?
I'm gonna throw another piece of wood.
Okay. You chuck the this piece of wood, a final last act of defiance.
And stay away.
Okay. Make me an attack roll. Regular dex. Regular dex.
We need to get Gardner a ranged weapon.
He's got spells. He just didn't want to use them. Yeah. So
He was told not to.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. So the wood splashes into the water. You think it? I mean, you can assume it probably might have hit.
It went where you were aiming
Job
at
well
least.
done.
Onyx, can you make me a perception roll?
Sure.
Ooh.
23.
As you see this creature slip away, you look over at the tentacle that was severed, and it kind of drifted away and landed up against this rock, sort of slammed into it. With that 23, you can see the the troll arrow that you fired. Compared to the other 2 wounds that you can see on this tentacle from your arrows, that one looks a lot nastier. It looks like a deeper, kind of more penetrative wound. You think it probably did a bit more damage than the others.
Excellent. Onyx is going to just stalk off and see if she can climb down this cliff to see if she can retrieve the arrow.
Okay. Do you have a climb speed?
Yeah, I have a climb speed.
Okay. So a little bit of a distance to go, and I think it'll probably take you more than this round, but yeah, you can definitely start clambering off in that direction. Violet.
I mean, it's not there.
What's not there?
The target.
Yeah, why the combat's still going?
We're just finishing up this round. Is there anything particular you want to do before we drop into regular flow?
I'll eat the fruit that I just stole.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So yeah, we'll drop out of the combat now. Yeah, the tiefling starts hacking up water as the rest of you kind of Talon, you're sort of pulled up and by the guards as they get in close and they help you onto the thing. That was bloody brave, mate. Both of you. Stupid as fuck.
Well, something needed to happen.
Just doing our civic duty.
Yeah, a quick healing proficiency check on the tiefling. What state are they in?
Sure, give me a healing roll. Medicine roll.
Medicine, yeah, that's it, sorry. Medicine, that's a 10.
They probably might have recently been in the water, you're fairly confident. Look somewhat out of breath, a little drowned.
Okay, but I mean, they're conscious, they're breathing.
Yeah, conscious and breathing. They are
Conscious and
alive.
breathing. They're alive, okay.
And as you're sort of looking them over, they sort of grab you and go, "Oh, thanks. I slipped."
You're welcome. Yeah, Talon is going to kind of just spend a moment just to make sure they're okay, and then kind of almost sort of let the guards take over looking after them, because he is aware that the other guard just got fired out of a cannon at a considerable distance and probably could do with some healing. So he's going to go over to the guard that is getting picked up off the floor.
Yeah. By the time you get up there, this guard has sort of mostly come up and is kind of still looks a little confused.
Mm-hmm.
I'm terribly sorry.
What was that?
Okay.
A spectral cannon.
No, the other thing. Yes, the spectral cannon.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah. Talon's going to walk up and just say, yes, my friend here is a bit of an unconventional wizard.
Well, all right.
It was the
You
only
warned
way
me it was gonna hurt.
Yes. I'm sorry, it was the only way I could get you out.
Would you like some healing magic? I have that capability.
You're a cleric?
Yes.
I mean, is the boy all right?
Yes. A bit wet, but they're okay. Thanks to your actions and ours.
Well, I'm just.
It was
glad.
really brave to jump in wearing heavy armor.
Yeah, I kind of realized that midway down.
Well, you acted to save another, and for that I can only commend you.
Just glad I had a happy outcome. Onyx, as this is happening, you sort of you've been making your way down towards the tentacle at this stage, and you do hear a voice above you as you sort of reach the bottom and go, "Hello."
Hello?
Were you the one firing arrows on the bridge?
Who wants to know?
I am Corporal Dranks. My captain is he's coming to the bridge. He wanted to know what had happened, and as you were involved, we were wondering if you could tell us your point of view.
Tentacles came out of the water. I shot them.
But I mean, he preferred to hear it from you.
I'll be there in just a bit. I need to get my arrows back from this tentacle.
Do you need a rope?
No, I'll be fine.
Okay.
And Onyx will just ignore him from then on.
Fair enough. Violet.
Did the man... Oh, sorry.
Violet, you can see several people are starting to... Now the excitement appears to have gone over a bit. They're starting to try and right the cart and, put it back in order. You hanging around, or...?
Sure.
Okay. Doing anything in particular, or just...
No, really, no.
Okay. Alrighty. So... Kicking back to you guys, Talon, were you about to do something? Sorry, I think I cut you off.
Did the guard want some healing? Because that's on offer.
If after a few minutes, his main concern is on the boy, but after a few minutes he does sort of say, "Oh, I mean, if you don't mind."
Yeah, in that case, Talon will cast a cure on him.
Cool.
That is 48 plus 5. Because I'm casting at 4th level now, aren't I? Yes, yes, I am.
Should be.
Okay, 48. So that's 24 back.
Yeah, you touch a hand and you see the guard just stiffen as the amount of healing just pours into him. He goes, "Whoa, whew, oh, I feel better than when I woke up this morning."
Good.
As you're having this discussion, several more guards from the battalion have made their way across. Some of them are assisting with picking up the cart and sorting it out. One of them, who wears an obvious rank insignia, has had a quick chat with the some of the guards that were involved, and then moves over to talk to you two, Talon and Wesley. Good day to you. My name is Captain Alman.
Good day.
Good day, Captain.
I have been informed that you risked yourselves to aid in this accident.
Yes, it seemed like the right thing to do.
Well, I mean, it was definitely the morally right thing to do. It was very dangerous, but everyone has come out of it intact, and from no small part due to your capabilities. Well, I am very grateful for your actions, both of you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yes, I am sure this must have been costly to you, Mr. And he's looking at Wesley.
I'm Wesley. Yes, I did spend a few spells, but I'm happy that the boy is safe.
Nine. This area is my responsibility. I must ensure that you're made as whole as everyone else. And he reaches into his money pouch and pulls out several golden discs and hands them over. It's about 40 gold.
Thank you.
Yes.
Shall not forget your generosity.
9. This is the least I could do in this situation. You were able to prevent a tragic loss of life, and I feel that this is beyond. This is the least that I could do reward-wise.
Captain, what is the protocol for actually crossing the bridge? That this is the direction we're intending to take.
Do you have a cart, or are you just crossing by foot?
Crossing by foot.
So very simple. Just obtain a bridge pass from. Well, actually, is it just the two of you that are crossing?
No, there's 5 of us total.
No.
We'll gather the group together in a minute.
We will be sorting this out for a few moments. And there's another individual, some kind of elvish woman who apparently was also aiding, whom I wish to speak to. But I will be here for some time to sort it out. You are more than welcome to come to me, and I will. It is very simple questions, just where you're going, purpose of visit, and the like. But we can probably waive over these things, and if you are only foot passengers, I see no issue with just giving you permission to cross the bridge.
Great.
That's
Thank you very
very
much.
kind of you. We'll gather the rest of our party.
Of course. Sorry, I did not catch your name, Mr.
Oh, Talon.
You see him glance back and forth between the two of you for a couple seconds. Seems a little perturbed, but goes, "Well, Mr. Wesley and Mr. Talon. Yes, once again, thank you for your actions. It was swift and avoided disaster."
You're welcome.
He gives you both a quick salute and then turns and starts heading towards, well, at this stage, Onyx, when you've gotten your arrows, would you be heading back to the bridge or would you be going anywhere else?
I think Onyx is trying to slice a slab of kraken meat to see if that's any good.
Okay. I guess give me a survival roll then.
Sure. $18.
18. Yeah, so you're starting to butcher a piece of kraken. This is a rather tough sort of meat. It's lots of tensed muscle and similar. So it is taking you some time, but you are able to start cutting out a slab.
Sure. I'll wrap it in the package where the cook gave us the prepared meats.
You're mixing it in with the deer meat then.
Lovely.
Sure, yeah, meat is meat. It's a good package for keeping it fresh.
A whole new definition of surf and turf. Okay.
That's got to be
I
an
mean-
episode title.
I think that's just kind of the original definition of surf and turf.
Somewhat.
Just stick them in together.
All right, Gardner. Whilst all this excitement's going on, what are you up to? Did we lose Sal?
Oh, sorry. I'll just kind of retreat a bit and hang out at the edges of all the goings on, probably near Violet.
You don't know who Violet is.
Right, she disguised herself, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Mhm.
And she was behind me at the time, so yeah. No, I'll just wait around at the edges for people to disentangle.
Okay. Right. And are you doing anything further, or are you just sort of hanging
Nope.
around? Okay, cool.
Just hang around.
All right. So next thing that probably happens is so Onyx, the captain's going to come over to you. Just before we get there, though, Talon, Wesley, are you trying to pick up Gardner or similar, or what do you do?
Yeah, well, Talon is going to lead across to Wesley and just say, I think he's possibly heard about us from somewhere. But,
Yeah, maybe it was a bad idea to say our names.
well, can't take it back now. I think we just need to move on.
Okay.
Can you send a message to Violet?
If I can find somewhere quiet to do so.
Maybe it's best to split up and
Well, actually, we definitely saw somebody throwing firebolts around.
I didn't see anything. I was entangled.
Well,
I got hit by fire.
Yeah, well, I'm saying this is to the GM. We definitely saw. What role would it be? I mean, it's going to be an intelligence thing for Talon, isn't it?
Sorry, what are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to see if he would work out that that person throwing firebolts, even though they were disguised, was probably Violet.
I mean,
it's a common enough cantrip, I know.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you know Violet can disguise herself, and you know that Violet can throw firebolt, but you also know that tieflings do throw fire quite often as well. So
yeah,
I don't really think you can really, make a roll to assess that that's definitely Violet. You might be suspicious that it might be Violet, I think.
But, all right. So suspicious, but I'm not certain. I think it's probably where Talon is right now. So didn't see her change. Actually, it's
Just
Talon.
realized the big brain move of turning into a tiefling and then just casting firebolts.
Well, either way, I think it's Talon. He's just going to wander over to that. I was supposed the captain's going to be talking.
Actually, you wouldn't have even seen the tiefling doing it because you were on the bottom of the bridge.
Oh, fine. Oh, I thought I had some perspective. All right,
not
fine.
really.
Yeah,
It would be chaotic down there as hell.
That's fine. That's fine. In that case, no clue whatsoever. He will go over to Gardner then, because Gardner's about the only person he can see that isn't Wesley that's part of the group.
Sure.
And just say, "Have you seen Onyx or Violet?"
Have I seen Onyx?
Yeah, you'd have seen Onyx. Onyx was pretty obvious.
Onyx, yes. Violet, perhaps. It depends what she looks like at the moment.
I see.
Well, I can't see her, but he will look around.
Are we being observed at the moment?
Yeah, we're not like there's not someone like epically staring directly at you, but there's people coming at you, and in fact, Talon and Wesley, you two have had people come up to you several times and sort of pat you on the back and say, "Good show, well done, sehr good."
Thank you. But yeah, when I get a quiet, try and do this as stealthy as I possibly can to cast a message to Violet to say, "Can you come over to Gardner?" Trying to get everybody together.
I'll if he needs to roll like a hide check, I'll try to obscure Talon from people.
How would you do that?
By. Standing in front of him, I'll pick up my jacket and I'll like put it on in like a dramatic fashion.
Okay, I guess Wesley, if you give me like a performance roll to try and distract people, and if you get above, let's say 15, Talon can have advantage on his sleight of hand.
21.
Okay.
Yee. Thank you. Right. So, sleight of hand with advantage is 19. Thank you, Wesley.
Okay. So you managed to find somewhere a bit out the way. You sort of, you pretend that you're helping out with the cart and duck in between some of the slats, and you ping off this message to Violet.
Yep. So it was, where are you? Can you come and join Gardner? We're trying to get everybody together.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Thank you. Probably muttered that out loud to himself.
Okay. So do you move over to them, or what's your plan?
No, I said I do it, as in.
Oh, you do it. Okay. Are you staying as the tiefling?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so a red tiefling lady moves over to yourself, Gardner. You'd spotted her as well previously.
Can I make an insight check to see if this is Violet?
I mean, would do you think Gardner would think of this? I mean, Talon hasn't actually told you that he asked Violet to do that, so.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll just kind of sit tight then.
Okay. Right. Meanwhile, down the side of the river, Onyx, you've managed to butcher up your squid, and you're sort of you. I assume you clamber your way back up,
Yep.
and there is a Paraxian captain sort of standing there, looking, and goes, you are the one who was aiding in the rescue?
Whatever it was.
My name is Captain Alman. I am involved in the protection of the bridge. I wanted to make sure you were okay.
I'm fine. I retrieved my ammunition.
Yes, you're a good shot with that bow.
Thank you.
What did you say your name was?
I didn't. Now, if you excuse me, and she's gonna try to walk back towards the bridge.
He's gonna sort of gently position himself so he's in your way. You are looking to travel the bridge today?
Perhaps.
I can assist you in that, but I will need to know your name.
Lim.
Lim. And where are you from?
West. Far west.
The Empire?
Not that.
Ah, this is the furthest west I know.
I suppose that is true. But no, not the Empire. Can I help you with something?
I was just coming here to thank you for your efforts on the bridge, but... no, it's not entirely my business. There you go. I just wanted to make sure that everything was alright. Has something occurred which is causing you a problem?
With all this business and trouble lately, I'm just trying to get home. This bridge is the fastest way.
You live in Hakan?
No, I said west, not south.
Neurantis?
Why are you trying to fish for my history? I don't think it's any of your business.
Well, you wish to cross the bridge. I was about to say that I would waive any inspection, but now you seem to be very suspicious of what is going on.
I'm sorry, okay? But when people scrutinize me, it's usually not because they are trying to be friendly.
You have enemies?
When you look like the way I do, yes, you have enemies.
People that don't like elves?
People that don't like elves, people that don't like specific types of elves. I am tired of dealing with people. I'm sorry if I was curt, but I am not looking to make a long-lasting connection.
The captain pauses for a few moments and looks you up and down. No offense, intended or taken. I merely must wish to ensure that I understood the sort of people that were involved in this rescue. You're free to
I saw a
go.
monster attacking a person, and I stepped in to help.
You're free to go.
I hope that anyone would do that.
You would be
And,
surprised.
She will give a little nod when he says that I was free to go and all. make my way over to the edge of the bridge and just kind of stand there looking over the water for now.
Okay. All right. So, Gardner, a tiefling woman has walked up close to you.
Hello.
Was it to me?
Yeah, you're the tiefling woman.
Hi.
Okay. At this point, can I make an insight check?
I mean, just tell me what you think Gardner would say. You don't need to make a check. You can just.
What?
Gardner's just gonna kind of cock their head slightly to the side and raise an eyebrow.
At.
The disguised Violet.
She'll nod.
And a slight nod back.
Okay. Tal and Wesley, what are you two doing at this stage?
Talon will. Has Onyx returned to the bridge at this point?
Onyx at the end of the bridge, kind of just looking at what's going on.
Okay, yeah. So he will sort of nudge Wesley and say, "Could you go and collect Onyx?" Wesley.
I think he said be right back.
Did he?
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that. Yes, he did. Okay. Right, he's off fetching Onyx. Talon is going to go over to Gardner and disguised Violet, and he's just going to nod to Violet and say, "Thanks for joining us. We're getting everybody together."
Sure.
We'll need to talk to the captain, but I'm hoping that the stuff here will speed things along and we can get out of here.
No worries.
I'm a bit concerned that the guard is aware of some sort of he recognized. Yeah, I'm not sure if he recognized Talon, myself and Wesley. Spoke to him. So there might be
As
something.
long as you didn't give your real names, I think we're fine.
Might have done. Yeah, definitely did.
Cool. Good job.
Yep. Can't be
Can
undone.
I see
We
the...
just need to...
Oh, sorry.
You're not there, sorry.
We're done. I know I'm not there. I was going to ask a question, but I didn't know you weren't done yet. Sorry.
You're about done now. Yeah.
What's your question, Rita?
Can I see the other side of the bridge from here?
Just about. I mean, it's a fair distance away, so it's sort of.
Is there another checkpoint on the other side?
There's not exactly a checkpoint per se, but there are structures on the other side of the bridge, which you imagine are similar to the structures which are on this side of the bridge. Probably in
There's
there.
not a fort on one side and the other side is unguarded.
No. The principal fort is on this side, but there's not like twin forts. There's one fort on this side, and then there's the checkpoint, if you want to call it that, on this side of the bridge is just a small building next to the entrance of the bridge. But I'll say that Wesley sort of comes along to you, Onyx, and I assume probably would try and guide you back towards where Talon is. Are you following?
If Wesley gets to me, I'm going to pointedly ignore him if he just beckons, and if he tries to talk to me, I'm going to say, "Are you sure it's a good plan to be associated as a group?"
Okay, I guess I'll have to deal with that when Wiz gets back. Somewhat limiting what I can do at this stage. Right, Onyx, Gardener,
Violet will say to Talon, I think you should talk to the captain. I don't think I'm in my element today. I tried talking to the horse merchant and he walked all over me.
That's fine. At this point, we're just trying to get out of here and on our way. So yes, I'll talk to him. Right, Wesley.
Aye.
We sent you over to fetch Onyx.
Oh, okay. Can I find Onyx?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Onyx is on the end of the bridge.
She will initially ignore your approach and kind of stare at the other side of the bridge, seemingly thinking.
I'll try to see if she's looking at anything. Probably not seeing anything, and then turn back to her and say, "Are you okay?"
I'm gonna take a really quick look around. Are the guards looking at us?
The guards are mostly occupied, sort of sorting out the various bits and pieces of the bridge and the cart.
Mm-hmm.
But they're looking at there's people that are glancing around. A few people are pointing at you, and you're getting a few thumbs up actually from some people for your actions.
Okay, I'm gonna say out loud, I'm fine, thank you for checking. I just shot some arrows at the tentacle. And then
Yeah, I
under my
noticed.
breath, I will
Thank you.
say, maybe it's not the best if we're associated in a group. Captain seems awfully suspicious.
Well, how else are you gonna cross the bridge on your own?
I was thinking, perhaps I can make a run for it?
Look, we're already wanted in. Well, Wesley's gonna whisper this. We're already wanted in Futura. We don't want to be wanted here either. We still have to leave the country.
That's what I'm worried about. Fair enough. For now, I am Lim, your forest guide, that is coming along because I'm trying to get home.
Fair enough.
And I
Moses.
will slightly louder say, I guess we'll get going on our journey again then, and walk back with Wesley.
Moses gonna rejoin the group with Onyx and say, I found them.
Okay. Let's. Well, I'm assuming he'll kind of glance around at everybody and say, "Are we all ready to go? I think we should move."
Sure.
You got a bridge pass?
We're talking to the captain to get that, but yes, we'll get one and then we'll leave.
Very well.
Okay.
Can we see the captain?
Yep.
The captain's organising some of the recovery efforts on the bridge, so yeah, you can see him fairly easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Talon will go over and talk to him.
Okay. Yep. You head over, and after a few minutes, while he's just finishing up doing his goes, he goes, "Ah, Mr. Talon.
Mm-hmm.
These are your companions?
Yes.
Huh.
We would like to cross the bridge now, if that's okay.
I did not know that you knew this Lem fellow as well.
I am not a fellow.
But
And they hired
she's
me.
not good with
I
with
thought
people.
Talon came up alone.
Oh. I thought we were following. Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
I assume
okay.
the group was going with.
Okay, fair enough.
No, if
Yeah,
it's just
we
Talon,
should've-
that's fine, but that wasn't
Yeah.
clear, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I went across. I he was expecting everybody to follow, but it's up to them. Yeah.
I would have followed, but
Okay. That's fair enough. You guys come along, and it's okay. That is just an expression, but there you are. And you, miss, you're also assisting, I've been informed, with firebolts.
Yeah, no issue.
Well, thanks again. Would this have incurred you any cost? I am able to reimburse.
Sure, yeah. 30 gold.
30?
Yep.
Make me a deception roll.
Nah, it's all good. Shoot, I'll retreat that. It's fine. You don't owe me anything.
Are you certain?
Yep.
And are you also traveling with these individuals?
Nope. Never seen them before in my life.
So where are you heading?
Narantis.
Narantis. Ah, it is lovely this time of year.
Good to hear.
Do any of you have anything you would need to declare?
Nope.
No?
nope.
Nope.
He looks
Vladimir
over.
just shakes their head.
He looks over all five of you and goes, well, once again, I wish to thank you all for your assistance in dealing with this incident. Should you need anything of me, and you happen to be in these parts, do feel free to call on me.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You as well.
You as well. Thank you.
Hmm.
Okay. So, is there anything particular you guys are doing? Are you just heading across the bridge?
Head across the bridge and get on with our journey. This is. fair enough,
Did he give us passes, or was he just like, yeah, you can cross?
He's waving you across, basically.
Okay. Okay, great.
Once we're like in the middle of the bridge, out of ear, sight, and easy vision of both ends,
Mhm.
I will say under my breath, but loud enough to hear. If they, oops, if they are trying to catch us, there's gonna be a trap on the other side. Be ready.
Talon will just nod and perception just to see if there is anything waiting for us the other side.
As in your passive, or you want to roll?
I'd like to roll, please.
Okay, sure, go for it.
Yeah, Talon is making an active effort to roll. So that is a 17.
There are definitely guards on the other side of the bridge. You can see that much.
Okay.
But you can't see anything along the lines of like an obvious kind of trap or anything like that, or like they don't appear to be. I mean, they're talking to people, but they're mostly just people coming from this direction to being waved across.
What was the name of the captain?
Ullman.
Ullman.
Yeah, just yeah. Talon will sort of just say, So we've spoken to the captain and he's given us permission to cross.
I mean, if they're even stopping us.
Yeah, well, if they stop us, we'll give the captain's name and they can take it up with their captain if they don't believe us.
Okay. No, well, when you get close, you do get one of the guards does walk up to yourself, Talon. You tell him Wesley, you two specifically. You two, you're the ones that saved the child?
Yes. We've spoken to your captain.
Oh, no, I understand. That just... Good show.
Oh, thank you.
And
like I've already said before, just doing our civic duty.
Yeah.
Then he just waves you across.
Yep, okay. Leave the group and let's get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, on the other side of the bridge, you've got the emplacements around, but very swiftly it turns into a kind of a trading road heading back and forth. This is one of the primary ones heading towards Akan, so you can see the route heading southwards down that way. But it also does peel off more towards the west, heading towards either Lorenros or Nerantis. You can't be sure which one from this area.
Okay. I guess it's over to Onyx. You're probably still on best navigator, is what I'm trying to say.
Are we going to follow the road, or are we heading into the forest?
Well, we
The
don't have
forest will be-
horses.
The forest will be slower even if we're on foot. But there will be ample opportunity for hiding and food. I'd suggest it, unless you're in a true hurry.
Fair enough.
And Onyx will look at everyone, kind of assess what their opinions are on forest or road. Are any of you like nodding or just not reacting at all? Because
Forest.
Forest is fine.
Yeah.
We didn't get
These-
any horses, so
These
no
two
reason.
gave their real names. It's likely there will be people asking questions.
Onyx will pinch the bridge of her nose for a second and then turn around. Forest it is. And
Yep.
she'll start stepping off the path and into a nearby deer trail.
So it's a bit of a distance before you actually get to like proper forests, you would say. Like this is a well-traveled road, so a lot of it has been cleared down and clear cut, and you can see travelers heading up and down. As you start heading off the track, you can see that there's a few different sort of not like well-established footpaths and the like, but there are established footpaths heading both west and east, the main road and off the main road. But yeah, you can after a little bit of walking, probably around, call it 500 or so feet, you're pretty well densely covered by the trees and the like which swing around. It's a pretty placid forest from your opinions. No Onyx, nothing really dangerous strikes out at you at this point in time.
I will look at Talon and say, you ready to learn some more hand signs?
Yes, I am.
She'll make the one for split up, range ahead, and which are some of the basics ones she has already taught you, and start scouting ahead, clearing a path.
Okay. He'll start repeating them back to make sure he's got them.
Okay. So you're heading out through the to make your way this way. Where in particular are you trying to head?
For now, we're trying to head in a westerly direction, but not necessarily following the river.
Okay, so like, what are you trying to make a parallel course of the river, somewhat to the south of it, or?
If I remember right, where the bridge is, then if we go almost directly west, we'll end up in the forest where Wesley's thing is.
Yeah, it's a bit of a distance. I mean, that's pretty much going
to
across
cross
the
the
whole
border first
of
anyway.
Nerantis.
Yeah, so we can stay parallel to the river until it bends up, and then just keep going rather than following it into another habited area.
What is this place on
Uh,
the map?
it's a large town. That's a large town, but you should note that. So the main question I have to ask is your goal to head into Lorendros or into Nerantis? Because Lorendros is...
Larendros,
Okay.
I think.
Are we already
Is
in
there
the
any reason?
No, you're in Paraxis still.
Okay. Oh, so was it this bridge that we crossed?
We'll
Yeah.
still be. We'll still
The-
be in Praxis for a couple of days, but I think Larandros makes more sense.
Yeah.
We can discuss it during.
Yeah, you've
During our meal.
basically gone sort of that way. Like, the bridge is behind Violet, but you wanted to head that way, I assume. Is that what you're saying?
I don't see anything.
It's on the stream.
Yep.
Ah,
Uh,
I don't see. I
yeah.
don't really like. I feel like doing the lower route is just going around. Is extra length for no reason.
Yeah,
just,
I
like,
think just turn.
follow the river until we cross the border, and then head for town to resupply and stuff.
Okay.
Why
What
do
is
we
this
need to
resupply you're talking
resupply?
about?
Because I hate the
Also-
forest.
I don't think
Also,
hitting any further towns is a good idea.
We should have this conversation once we're stopped for the night, rather than pausing in the middle of the woods.
Alrighty.
And Onyx will keep an eye out for any markings as well. Like, she's not sure if there are any forest-dwelling tribes or clans around, but she'll try to steer clear of any such territory by keeping an eye out for any identifying marks.
Okay, give me a survival roll. I'm assuming that you're getting the help
Talon
action
will assist.
from Talon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Talon will ask.
Mm-hmm. 27.
okay. So yes, you begin making your way westwards from Paraxis. You're a distance enough away from the river that you're not really able to see it anymore, especially because it's got a fairly deep groove into the land at that point. But it is very loud still because it's a fast-moving current. So with that, you're able to make your way along. The area you're in kind of drifts in and out in levels of forestry because there's a few communities that are basically seem to be, or either communities or very small houses, like small hamlets or small houses, which are dotted along the riverside. No doubt being able to sustain themselves via fishing or via some trade along the riverside. But with that role, you're able to choose if you want to avoid them or skirt them, and occasionally you do.
No, she's mostly avoiding them.
Yeah. Occasionally you also do hear other foresters sort of dotted about the place. Not like every so often. You just sort of hear that there are, or sense that there are other people within the forest. And again, with that role, you're able to skirt around and avoid them and the like. As you continue making your way westwards. Who haven't I done for a while? Gardner, do you want to give me a D10 roll?
Not especially, but okay. Also, actually, as we travel, sort of before this, Onyx, I have used some of my reserves, assuming my spore form. Would you mind if I rested on your shoulder a while as a kestrel?
Onyx will look at.
Okay. Are you trying to do a short rest whilst moving? Because I'm not going to allow that.
Why not?
Why?
Because that's game breaking, mate. At that point,
No,
You're
it's
saying-
not.
Yes,
It's
it
the
is.
same as a cart.
I think, given the fact that you're trying to do multiple things, I don't think I'm going to allow short resting as a kestrel on his shoulder, so that you can short rest whenever you want. We can discuss it
either
after the
way,
game, but
Onyx-
that's what I'm ruling.
Okay,
right
sure,
now.
fine.
Onyx will nod and say, "Of course, if you need to rest." And we'll stand still for a moment if that is indeed what.
No, apparently it's impossible, so I won't ask.
Then Onyx will continue. What's his forest like? What's the climate? Tree types?
It's not an evergreen forest at this point. It's more of a. These are trees which lose their leaves, and
Oak, elm, birch.
a variety of different trees, a few willows because you're close to the riverside, and several different varieties. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Not specifically, but depending on the forest type, it might be better to find a resting spot near the river or in a clearing. Like in an oak forest, there will be, large trees with large clearings around them, dotted around, which make for perfect campgrounds. But in a forest with more undergrowth or hidden hollows, you might not want that, especially because of how many insects like to live in the humus. So, yeah, just checking.
Yeah, sure. You're searching out for a clearing. Well, with that survival roll, it's not too hard for you to be able to find a clearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there anything else in particular? Oh, and I did want that D10 roll. Sorry.
Right.
4. Okay. So yes, as you're traveling along, it's a fairly peaceable area, so you don't really see anything coming towards you. And after how long do you think you travel before you try to find this clearing?
We left in the morning.
Yeah.
So this is.
Would at least travel until like late afternoon/evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll end a little bit earlier because we'll need some because we're fresh out into the forest again, and we'll probably need to discuss some plans, but not too much earlier. Just like sunlight's still out, but cresting towards the horizon.
So you make your way
especially
along.
if we find a good spot.
Yeah, you make your way along, and you after a little bit of time, you find yourself in this. You find a nice little clearing, and you think it's a decent place to set up camp. You think you've made a fair bit of distance. It's not been that rough traveling, and with your survival, you've been able to avoid any major obstacles. And yeah, it's a smooth clearing. The sun is now high in the sky, so it's coming through the leaves and the like, and you feel alone with nature as you arrive.
She'll
Wesley
stop
is thrilled.
the forwards march, the haltering pace of check, walk, run, check, dash, kind of going forwards to the forest, and just kind of stop and look around and then stretch. I think this is a good place to stop for the day. What do you guys think?
Looks good to me.
It looks like a forest.
It's a clearing.
I guess it's as good as any.
Connor, can you get the healing stone out? I think I should cook the kraken before it starts going bad.
Wait, you
course.
got a piece of the kraken?
Yeah, I mean, it's an animal I hunted. I want to taste it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll
it's,
set up the heating stone.
Okay. Do you want me to cook it? I'll have a go.
I'll be down
Yeah,
for
we
any
can-
sort of seafood.
We can find some sticks and slice it into small enough pieces, skewer them, roast them, I think.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do. You can you've got carpentry tools and the like, so you're able to whittle some sticks and
And I'll
skewer them up.
have Talon do the actual cooking since he seems to be better at it. But yeah, I'll assist.
I don't think any of you are actually trained in chef's tools, I assume.
No, God, no. Just Talon's just willing, and
I could
everyone's
be,
let him.
but I'd rather get those leatherworking tools trained tonight.
Yep, that's fair enough.
So yeah, you're able to give yourself a bit of a Korean barbecue style jerky, and you cook
Korean
things inside.
barbecue jerky? What?
Korean style barbecue. Yeah.
Mm.
You never had a Korean barbecue?
I have, but you
You-
said jerky afterwards, which confused me.
Mhm.
I've been seeing jerky in the chat for some reason.
Yes.
Okay.
But yes, you cook up some of that, and what are you guys doing?
Well, actually, probably a perception roll for this, but Talon, Violet, the talisman that you've been working on for Celia, is that usually hidden away unless you're working on it, or?
It's gone.
Well, I know it's gone. I'm just trying to work out if Talon's figured out it's gone.
I was never doing it in the camp.
Fair. So, okay. Alright, that's fine. That'll just give me I think figuring out his approach on that. So yeah, first of all, I think I'll bring Violet some food, because why wouldn't it?
Okay.
Thank you.
Did you give Celia her gift?
How did you know it was Vasilia?
A guess. But it seemed the most likely.
Yeah, I did.
Did she like it?
She said she did.
Good. You went to all that effort? I think she'd appreciate that.
I hope so.
Yep, but Tyler will start dishing out food to everyone. Is everyone staying in the camp for food, or are people foraged off?
I'm sticking around. What
Cool.
does the Kraken taste like?
It's a very tough meat. You've done your best with cooking it, Talon, but you're not trained in chef's tools, so it's mostly just
Nope.
a case of placing it on the heating stone until it, a bit before it goes black.
Yeah, there's no greater, there's no finesse to it, unfortunately.
Monster Hunter style cooking.
Yep.
But yeah, it's quite a tough meat. Lots of dense, heavy muscle, which
Okay.
at Onyx you kind of were expecting because when you were butchering it, it took a long time to get through the various.
I was kind of expecting it to be kind of like squid or octopus, but it's more red meat.
It's still white meat, but it's very dense white meat.
It's like chewing a rubber band.
Okay. Perhaps it would do better for a slow cook next time. Get it tender, but the flavor's good.
Maybe. The next time we hunt a Kraken, I don't know when that'll be.
True.
So, tastes better than the seahorse, and he'll reach across and pat Hope. Not you.
You eat those things?
Sometimes we don't have anything else.
Still weirds me out.
Well, you eat what you can find.
Yeah.
I know, and in any other case I would have agreed, but I was always taught that the things of Kazach were not to be eaten.
If you couldn't eat the things you find in Kazech, nobody could live in Kazech.
Some things you don't want to eat, but
Oh, I mean, that's the case anyway.
yeah, but people that live there know the difference.
That is fair enough. Knowledge of the locals.
Yeah, it's very much. Very much the case.
I'm often grateful to our ancestors who tried everything and then wrote it down what's tasty and what's not, so that we don't have to go through that experience again.
I don't understand. Isn't trying something new some of the most interesting and delightful experiences?
If you find a mushroom that nobody has ever seen before, would you eat it?
I would ask Gardner.
Yeah, definitely ask an expert.
Oh, there you go.
But I did eat the kraken for this reason. I had never eaten it before.
Was justly hunted, I think.
It's not in any way like weird. Like troll flesh regenerates. Basilisks are poisonous. That kind of thing.
Don't think.
Can you, in theory, eat a troll forever?
I don't. You shouldn't eat trolls.
Yeah.
As you say that, Onyx, you hear Gorovax sort of going, well.
It's been a while since we've heard Gorovax.
Gorovax's stomach acid is that of a stronger sort.
Okay. So, I guess as you guys are having a bit of a short break in character, why don't we have a quick bio breaker out of character as well? Get ourselves a coffee. Maybe see if we can sort things out. Yeah, does that sound good to you guys?
Yep.
Yes, please.
Cool. Sweet. So we're going to have a quick 5-minute bio break. We'll be 5-10 minutes. We'll be back as soon as we can. And I hope you guys stick around. See you in a couple minutes. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh.
Hey everybody, we're back. Sorry it took a bit longer than normal. I'm afraid to say we've had a bit of an issue on our end. Nothing I can really get into at this point. It's a personal matter for some of our members. Don't worry, we're all okay, as it were, but we're gonna have to wrap up the session now, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry everyone.
Yeah, should be back in a couple of weeks. Hopefully a bit more up for everything. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. And sorry it's a bit of a short one this week, but we'll see what we can do next time.
Yeah, thank you, Sa, Huntil, and Zori.
Yeah.
For joining us.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Do you guys
Thanks.
want to raid someone?
Micro's live.
Oh yeah, we can bounce over to Micro.
I'll be playing Dark Souls 2 with Micro next week on this channel. Look forward to that.
Yeah, I think she's playing Cult of the Lamb, so there might even be a bit of interaction.
You can join her cult if you want.
Yeah.
Stay
So, yeah.
safe, guys.
Yeah, Micro's a good friend of the stream, so known us for a long time, and and actually joined us for Dagger Heart last week. So, yep. Have fun, everybody. Sorry it's a short one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.